for primary mortgage origination. And for the third year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or go to loans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Now, a WDLB News update. Mike Warren reporting a former doctor in Plover pleaded guilty today to 3 charges in a plea deal that dismissed 8 other counts, according to online Portage County court records. Court records state that multiple victims of Dr. Wilton Calderon, a 46-year-old from Connecticut, attended the hearing. The prosecutor in the case told the judge that the plea deal was in the best interest of the victims and the public. Dr. Calderon had been charged with 3rd and 4th degree sexual assault. Prosecutors said the assaults took place from 2011 to 2014 while Calderon was working as a doctor at Plover Family Practice, which is owned by Ministry Healthcare. A spokesman said that Calderon quit his job before the charges were filed against him. 7 women who ranged in age from 32 to 54 reported sexual incidents during treatment, according to the criminal complaint. That's a news update. Our forecast now on WDLB.
Mainly clear skies and quiet tonight with a low of 34. Winds out of the southwest, 8 to 15 miles an hour. High of 48 tomorrow, partly cloudy skies again tomorrow night. Lows dip down to about 30. Temperatures well above average Sunday and Monday with highs in the upper 40s. Chance for scattered rain showers Monday. From Weathereye Weather Center, powered by weatherology.com, I'm meteorologist Eric Height on AM 1450 WDLB.
Did you know you can help support the many programs, benefits, and services provided to Wisconsin veterans and their families through the Veterans Trust Fund by simply making a donation on your Wisconsin income tax form? Your donation to the Veterans Trust Fund helps the Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs to personally assist veterans in every county in Wisconsin. Support those who defended our freedom by making a tax-deductible donation to the Wisconsin Veterans Trust Fund. Please visit wisvets.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs, with funding provided by the Milwaukee Brewers and the Brewers Community Foundation.
The best music plays here. Your hometown radio station, AM 1450, WDLB.
This is Scotty Boy, and I'll bet you're jacked up. The week is here. Here's our
out to the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield tonight for Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball. The Marshfield Tigers and the Wausau West Warriors. That's up next on AM 1450 WDLB.
It's Marshfield Tigers basketball.
Tiger basketball on WDLB is sponsored by Citizen State Bank of Loyal, Granton, Neelsville, Spencer, and Marshfield. The Dental Clinic of Marshfield. Sternweiss & Sons Incorporated. EFCO Floral Company and Ministry Healthcare. It's Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450.
WDLB.
Good evening and welcome to the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield for Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball tonight on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB WOSQ.com. Tonight, it's the Marshfield Tiger boys basketball team facing Wausau West in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. Tom Uffmeyer producing our broadcast tonight. I'm Gene Delisio. Good to have you with us for Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball this evening here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB WOSQ.com. Tigers coming off a very impressive performance on Tuesday night, going to Rhinelander and defeating a very strong Rhinelander ball club on their home floor by 22, 70 to 48. The Tigers shot very well in that ball game, 25 of 47 from the floor, 6 of 12 from three-point range, and 14 of 17 on the foul line to ensure that win on Tuesday night. With that victory, the Tigers now have won 5 consecutive ball games. The Wausau West Ball Club, 9-9 overall, 6-4 in conference play. Warriors lost at Chippewa Falls in a non-conference game on Saturday, 55-46. In fact, they've now lost 2 in a row, having lost to Wausau East last week. As we mentioned, they're 9-9 overall and 6-4 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, 1 half game behind Marshfield in the Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball standings. Marshfield and Wausau West meeting for the second time this season. These two squads also met in Wausau back in January, and Marshfield won a tight ball game up at the West Fieldhouse by a final score of 52-49. Our pregame report this evening here on WDLB is a service of Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. We'll come back with more from the Bosun Company Fieldhouse following these messages.
Where will you be the next time you're sick? At home? On the job? On vacation? No matter where you are, you can get expert care on the phone for common issues like sinus infection and UTI. Just call Care My Way at 844-227-3929 and speak with a nurse practitioner at Marshfield Clinic. You can call any day between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. for just $30. That's Care My Way at 844-227-3929. Just the shop. If you know what you can do. But if it must
it's fun, but they can make it a lot easier at Art's Body Shop. Free estimates, free courtesy car, all worry-free. Pick up or drop off your rental from Penske Truck, too, at Art's Body Shop, South Central Avenue in Marshfield, just north of Wildwood Park.
When it comes to financial decisions, it's good to know that First Choice Credit Union in Marshfield has all the services needed in today's fast-paced economy. First Choice Credit Union serves all who live or work in Wood, Marathon, Clark, and Portage counties and their immediate families. First Choice Credit Union, doing it the old-fashioned way. People helping people. Your first choice for checking, savings, loans, and much more should be First Choice Credit Union in Marshfield. Member NCUA, an equal opportunity lender.
Marshfield facing Wausau West this evening in Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse. The Wisconsin Valley Conference standings heading into this ball game: Stevens Point in first place at 10-0, Marshfield second at 7-4, Wausau East and Wausau West both 6-4, Merrill 5-6, Wisconsin Rapids 1-8, and DC Everest is 1-10. The other boys basketball games in the Wisconsin Valley Conference tonight: DC Everest is playing at Wisconsin Rapids tonight. That ball game beginning at 7:30, and our broadcast of that game gets underway at 7:20 this evening on AM 1320 WFHR and on WFHR.com. And Wausau East plays at Stevens Point in Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball this evening. Before we go any further, we do want to update you on some scores from earlier today, at least a couple of scores from one event. The WIAC Men's and Women's Swimming Championships are taking place this weekend in Brown Deer. And in the women's competition, former Marshfield Tiger standout Emma Holbrook competing in two championship events today. Emma finished in 12th place in the 200 individual medley. She was also part of the UW Lacrosse 400 medley relay team, which finished in third place. Emma's strengths are the backstroke, the 100 backstroke and the 200 backstroke. She'll compete in those events at the WIAC Swimming and Diving Championships in Brown Deer tomorrow. Once again this afternoon or this evening, our pregame report here on WDLB, a service of Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. Now, Marshfield Tiger basketball coach Scott Scheuer will stop by, tell us about Tiger basketball in this ball game with Wausau West when our pregame report continues following these messages.
You know a good teammate when you see one. Hardworking, reliable, and most of all, someone who knows that success is best achieved when people work together. At Ministry St. Joseph's Hospital, we work with all of our patients as a team to make the best decisions for their health. That's why we're proud to sponsor Marshfield High School Tigers Sports, because the world needs more great teams. Get to know us better at ministryhealth.org. Ministry Healthcare. Knowing you better means treating you better.
In these days of fast-paced lives and fast-talking salespeople, it's nice to know you can still count on your local Dish-authorized retailer. South Electronics tell you the honest truth. Dish simply costs less of every cent for your home business. Dish is simple and at a reasonable price with all that concern. Even call South Electronics. who's happy to answer all your questions, whatever they may be. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Tiger baseball standout Dalton Varsho, who was on the Collegiate Baseball 2017 preseason All-American team. Dalton hit .381 with 8 home runs and 51 RBIs at UW Milwaukee last season. Good luck this year to Dalton Varsho and the Panther baseball program from the Marshfield Tiger Booster Club. Don't go away. We have Marshfield Tiger basketball tonight here on WDLB. The Tigers facing Wausau West in Wisconsin Valley Conference action here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Tiger coach Scott Scheuer joining us. Tigers coming off a very impressive win on Tuesday up at Rhinelander against a very good Rhinelander ball club. And coach, your team very strong in that performance. That's not only pleasing to you, I'm sure, that you played that well, but played that well at this juncture of the season. You're going into postseason play and capable of playing the way you did on Tuesday night. Tell us about what you saw from your Tigers on Tuesday evening.
Well, I thought we came out with a lot of effort. There was almost a sense of urgency, and we talked about that. Every game now is preparing for the playoffs, and, you always want to be peaking, so to speak, at this time of the year. And I think, our performance in Rhinelander, indicates that we might be headed in that direction. Consistency is something that we've talked about since day one, and I'd like to think that our play is becoming more and more consistent.
What can a coach do to get his team to peak at the proper time?
Boy, that's a great question. I don't know if I have a definite answer. This is what you do. I think a good coach looks at his personnel and relies on his leadership. Usually that's senior headed, and looks at how the team has progressed throughout the season, and really try to get a read if they're tired, if you've played a lot of games, been on the road, if you've had sickness. And so I don't think there's a definite answer. I think it's just sometimes as simple as a gut feeling, and just trying to talk and communicate with your players.
Coach, you started the 5 seniors against Rhinelander and mentioned to me before the ball game that you liked that combination for a couple of reasons, and one was the ability to bring Seth and Reed off the bench. What does that do for you when those guys come in as reserves?
Well, I think you certainly want guys coming off the bench that bring energy and bring a defensive presence and some offense, and you throw Brandt in there, and those are 3 pretty athletic guys that you certainly are looking at, not taking a dip, but maybe even picking it up on offense or defense, especially when the other team, now they've played a few minutes and maybe some of their starters are a little tired, and you can come in with those 3, certainly plays a big deal in, the outcome of that half.
Well, as we mentioned, this is senior night tonight. Tell us about this senior group and what they've meant to your program.
Well, I was out there with the parents, and they were putting up some posters and some pictures and stuff, and, it just really makes you reflect. I talked to the guys last night about, I can't believe that senior night's here already. We talked about it this summer, and it just seemed like such a long ways off. And, with Nick and Grant and Ethan and Alec and Nathan, obviously your seniors have been with you for a long time, and some of these guys I coached in football, I have them in class, so I spend a long time with them, and I'm really going to miss this group.
Have you seen some examples of how they've been mentors or factors for some of the younger ball players?
Certainly, you and I have talked about this before. They get together and do something, in the community at a house. My seniors make sure that some of my younger players, and I have a freshman and a couple sophomores, and they exclude no one. They make sure that everybody's aware of what's going on and making sure they got rides, and so they kind of take that big brother approach, which is much appreciated, not only from a coaching staff but also from a player standpoint.
Well, tell us about this ball game with Wausau West tonight.
It's going to be a battle. I mean, obviously, Wausau West has got some talented kids. They're very well coached. Much like the Rhinelander game, these guys are going to get after you. They defend well. They haven't put the ball in the basket as well as, what coach likes, but, what coach thinks that their team does that, up to expectations. So it's just going to be one of those Wisconsin Valley games where it'll be physical and we'll get after each other, and, I think it'll be a fun game to watch.
Marshfield Tiger basketball coach Scott Scheuer joining us as the Tigers face the Wausau West Warriors tonight in Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. By the way, the JV contest, a thorough performance by the Tiger JV team. A close ball game in the first half. The Tigers came out and played exceptional basketball in the second half. Marshfield won the JV contest tonight 74-45. And Isaac Miverton led Marshfield with 15 points. Cody Kurth scored 12. Mason Coffrin and Sam Hinson each added 11 for Marshfield in that win. The Tiger JV team a convincing win against Wausau West this evening. Marshfield and Wausau West this evening in Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse. Nice crowd on hand for this ball game tonight. Should be an excellent ball game, a three-point contest up in Wausau earlier this season. Marshfield won 52-49 and hoping to repeat that success in this contest this evening. Nice crowd on hand for senior night as well. Nice displays out in the lobby honoring some of the Marshfield Tiger, or all five of the Marshfield Tiger senior boys basketball players as they play this final regular season game of their careers at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. It's Marshfield and Wausau West tonight. Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Once again, our pregame report this evening here on WDLB, a service of Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. And before we get things underway, here is our national anthem. Our national anthem. We're set for basketball here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse. Marshfield and Wausau West this evening in Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse tonight. Let's check the starting lineups for this ball game. A service of Rail Transport of Marshfield. Become a member of Team Rail and experience the power of red. For Wausau West tonight, at center, Tommy Borda, 6'7" senior, averaging 12.8 points per game. The forwards are Jacob Tortson, 6'4" senior, averaging 13.5. And Jacob Wolkoch, 6'2" senior, averaging 4.1. The guards are Zach Rader, 5'11" senior, averaging 5.4, and Trevor Cunningham, 6'1" senior, averaging 2.1 points per game. Warriors are coached by Nate Lemons in his fourth season at Wausau West. His record 38 wins and 50 losses. He is assisted by former West standout Kip Downing. And the Warriors are 9-9 overall, 6-4 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. For the Marshfield Tigers, at center, Nick Stewart, 6'6" senior, averaging 2.5 points per game. The forwards, Grant Michaels, 6'4" senior, averaging 8.6, and Nathan McGrath, 6'1" senior, averaging 2.2 points per game. The guards are Alec Hinson, 6'1" senior, averaging 12.9, and Ethan Postolick, 6'1" senior, averaging 13.4 points per game. Tigers coached by Scott Scheuer, assisted by Ryan Larson. The Tigers are 12-8 overall, 7-4 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Wausau West, one program that always gets a lot of former players involved in their program. Kip Downing, an assistant coach, Kurt Richard, their former basketball standout, and football quarterback, that left-handed quarterback they had many years ago. He's a JV coach in this program. And legendary Marshfield Tiger running back Cale Bushman on the Wausau West staff as an assistant principal. He's been up there for a number of years as well. And of course, former Columbus Dons girls basketball coach Pat Galligan coached the Wausau West girls for a number of years, gave up that job a few years ago, and now has been reassigned and is the Wausau West athletic director. So lots of familiar faces on that Wausau West staff. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast tonight. I'm Gene DeLisio at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. It's Marshfield and Wausau West tonight. The officials for this ball game is assigned by the Wisconsin Valley Conference: Joseph Siren, Gary Coy, and Gary Latentra. Borda and Stewart on the opening tip, won by Marshfield. Tiger ball in front court to our right. McGrath on the far wing. Once again tonight, Coach Scheuer starting his 5 seniors. Postolick outside the arc. Michaels out front. Hands to Hinson on the arc. Now McGrath top of the key. Postolick looks in. A lot of quick ball movement on the outside. Baseline pass to Stewart. Dick turns on the backdoor cut to Hinson, who goes up and lays it in, and he's fouled as well. Alec Hinson with an awkward shot for 2. A nice assist by Nick Stewart to begin the ball game. Basket is good, and the foul is called on Zach Rader, his first foul, and the first team foul. Hinson foul line right, attempting a 3-point play. And Alec's shot is away and good, so Hinson scores 3, and the Tigers lead 3-0. They'll apply some backcourt pressure. Borda looking long, now comes in backcourt to Trevor Cunningham. Starts out on Postolick, drops the ball, picks it back up, and hands to Rader. He'll start up the floor against Hinson. Has that elbow out, but goes far side to Borda. He's 6'7", but likes to play facing the basket. They will it back near side to Wilkoch. Top of the circle, Borda can't get down the lane on Stewart. Borda still holds, far side, back to Cunningham. Looks in on Postolick to the baseline, and Ethan turns him away. Wilkoch in the circle. Baseline hits Tortson. He's going to back in on Michaels. Turns and throws the ball in the lane. It's stolen by Postolick. 2-on-1. Lead for Michaels. Grant will drive. Miss the shot. Rebound to Postolick. Back up, and it falls in. Postolick on the follow for 2. And the Tigers lead by 5. And there's a long baseball pass up the floor. It's grabbed behind the defense by Rader, who was the basket, but missed the lay-in. And the rebound to McGrath. Tigers go the other way. Postolick for 3. Up and no good. And the rebound claimed by Porter. Here comes Wausau West. Now Tortson takes his time. Comes to front court to the free throw line, turned away. Still holds outside the arc. Out his far side, hits Cunningham. No shot. Borda in the corner, defense by Michaels. Borda dribbles back out to the wing to the foul line. Stop there. Near side, Rader has it back. The lob downstairs to Tortson. He'll back in. He was pushed, I believe, by Stewart. Tiger foul on Nick Stewart. His first team foul. 16-18 remaining, first half, and the Tigers lead early, 5-0. West inbounding baseline front court. Tortson will look, and on the backdoor cut, inside feed to Wilkoch, who lays it in. Nice cut to the basket, and Wausau West scores. They trail by 3. Marshfield back down the floor. Here's Postolick on the near side. On the cut to Hinson at the foul line, backs it out. Ethan back in the near corner. Double teamed out there, now finds Hinson baseline. Man-to-man defense by West. Michaels top of the key. Swings it far side to McGrath. Back out top, Hinson. Can't get off the shot. He'll drive down the lane, dish it back door to Stewart, but the pass broken up and stolen by West. Warriors back to front court, and Rader walks across the timeline for the Warriors. Stands near the center line, picked up by Hinson. Man-to-man defense by Marshfield. Rader bounces to the far side and hits Cunningham. There's a lob inside for Borda, batted down by Stewart. He tips it to Hinson. Lead for Michaels. Grant on the drive is fouled, going to the basket. Good job there by Nick Stewart to bat down that lob pass on the inside to the 6'7" Borda. That started the play. And a foul here on Tortson. His first foul, second team foul. Grant Michaels, 82% on the foul line. Line right, shooting 2 for the Tigers. Grant ready, and his first free throw is no good. Here's a change for Wausau West. Mitchell Mikulski, 6-foot junior, averaging 7.5 per game, comes in for Cunningham. 15:27 remaining, first half. Tigers on top, 5-2. Michaels with a second free throw. And Grant fires. This one is around, and it falls off as well. And Borda rebounds. Michaels over 80% on the foul line, but misses 2. Now the Warriors back to front court. Tortson on the near sideline, picked up by Michaels. Well outside the arc. Goes back to Tortson on the far side. Three-point try up, and it rattles out of there. Standing rebound for Hinson. And the Tigers break back to front court. They swing far side. Postolic open for a three-point try. It's no good. And the rebound pulled in by Wausau West. Mikulski has the ball, comes back to front court. Holds on the near wing. Cross-court feed to Wilkoch. Bounces downstairs to Tortson. He'll back in on Michaels. And Grant pushed him. Grant giving up some size and strength. Tortson 6'4", as is Grant, but Tortson a much more physical ball player. Second foul, team foul on Tigers, first on Michaels. West inbounding baseline front court. Tortson will throw it in. And he'll look and come way outside to Mikulski. Holds out front on McGrath. Starts to drive. They bounce it downstairs to Tortson once again. Double teamed. Comes back out to the baseline with it. And shovels back outside again. Now Tortson baseline again. Drives, falls down, and knocked down Michaels as well for an offensive foul. And that's a key play because that'll be 2 fouls on Tortson. Wausau West's leading scorer has 2 personal fouls in the game's first 3.5 minutes. Third team foul, West's second turnover. And now the Tigers bring in Reed Miller and Seth Anderson. Seth is a 6'5" junior, averaging 10.7 a game. Reed, a 6'4" sophomore, averaging 10.1. Tigers on the attack, leading by 3. McGrath baseline to Miller. Reed brings it back to the circle, hands there to Hinson. Wants a screen from Anderson. Rubs off to the near side, can't get down the lane though. Still holds the ball, baseline Anderson turns in the corner. Picked up by Wilkoch, back out top, McGrath bobbles it. Gets it back, far side to Miller. And Borda, the 6'7" post player, out to play him. Postolic, top of the key, far side to Hinson. A three-pointer in traffic, up and hits the rim, no good. Long rebound claimed by Wilkoch. We played 4 minutes, Tigers lead by 3. West to front court. Quickly, here comes Rader down the lane. Gives baseline, a three-pointer is up and missed by Cunningham. Long rebound in the corner, and Postolic throws it back on the floor, but right back to a Mikulski. Near side, Mikulski holds it. Baseline, here's a three-pointer by Wilkoch, no good. And Postolic there for the rebound for Marshfield. Up ahead to Miller. Reed on the drive, gets in too deep and goes back outside in the corner to Hinson. And Alec carries the ball, attacking the basket. Second Tiger turnover. 13:36 remaining. First half, Tigers lead 5-2. West inbounding at three-quarter court. Borda looking, lobs across the floor to Jacob Wilkoch. And he'll bring the ball across the timeline. Hands now to Mikulski. He drives and scores. And Wausau West back to within 2. Tigers back to front court. Here's Hinson deep on the near wing. Far side Miller outside the arc. McGrath top of the key. Gets a screen from Anderson to the foul line. Turned away there. Miller far side open for 3. It's no good. Long rebound, kicks outside and grabbed again by Cunningham. Here comes Wausau West back on the attack. They can take their first lead with the basket here. Borda passing out top to Mikulski. Stands out front, hands to Nick Adrian on the near wing. They swing back to Borda. He'll attack in the lane. Leaned in, short jumper banked in. Tommy Borda for 2. And that gives Wausau West their first lead at 6'5". Marshfield, the front court. Anderson takes the open baseline and was hand-checked going to the basket. Went right around Wolcott, and I think Wolcott had to foul him there. Brant Bowman back in for the Tigers for Nathan McGrath. And on Wolcott, that is his first foul, fourth team foul. Tigers inbound, baseline front court, Miller between the circles. He's back to Hinson on the near wing. Alec holds the ball, dribbles back out top with it. Postolic from the deep corner. Downstairs Anderson, backs in, leans in, off balance 10-footer, rolls in. Seth Anderson for two. Gives Marshfield a 1-point lead. Now the Tigers with pressure. Mikulski takes the inbound pass. Starts out against Alec Hinson. Moves across the 10-second line. Starts to penetrate, cut off, near side Rader to the foul line, down the lane all the way, scoop shot good. Zach Rader untouched for an easy basket. And Wausau West backed up by one. We've played 6 minutes. Marshfield the front court, Hinson down the lane, turns in the lane, cut off balance shot no good, but a foul called here. And Coach Lemon's very upset because as Hinson made that spin move in the lane, he made some contact with a West defender, knocked that guy backwards, nothing was called, and then Hinson was hit by Rader, and that foul was called. Second foul on Rader, 5th team foul. Alec Hinson shooting two for the Tigers, foul line right. Hinson ready, his first free throw is good. 11:57 remaining in the first half, and we're tied at 8, our first tie of the ball game. Grant Michaels off the Tiger bench. Second foul shot by Hinson, also good. Alec has 5 tonight. Marshfield backed up by 1. Michaels for Postolic in the Tiger lineup. Again, the Tigers apply some backcourt pressure. And the 6'7" Borda will inbound the basketball along the baseline. Runs the baseline and now bounces in to Mikulski. He'll start up against Hinson. Moves across the timeline. Moves it back out front. Starts to drive, and he had his elbow out and made some contact with Bowman, I believe. We're going to have a foul called here against Wausau West. And that'll be on Rader, or Mikulski rather. No, it's going to be on Rader. That's 3 fouls on Zach Rader, 6th team foul. And Coach Lemons wants a timeout. He's not talking to his ball players. He's talking to the official on the floor. Wausau West timeout, 11:48 remaining in the first half. Our score is Marshfield 9, Wausau West 8. And back with more basketball in just a moment.
Save big on gas and more at Malta's Bread and Butter Shops in central Wisconsin. Join the Rapid Rewards program today. Earn big points by visiting one of the Malta's Oil locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Wisconsin Rapids. Pick up a free Rapid Rewards member card. Register your card at maltasrewards.com/register. Just for signing up, you are automatically registered to win great prizes awarded throughout each month.
You always get more at Malta's.
The Butterburger is made of just 3 cuts of fresh Midwest beef. Nothing more, nothing less. It reminds me of the good old days when we first opened Culver's. We would call up the butcher shop and we'd buy our beef from there each and every day.
You can't get any fresher than that.
Well, today we still get fresh beef into our restaurants. We don't skimp on the quality of our beef. The Culver's Butterburger.
Craig, that is one great burger.
Culver's, Central and Upham in Marshfield.
Welcome to Delicious.
Tigers have the basketball in front court to our right, leading by 1. Reed Miller top of the key, picked up by Borda. Bowman swings to Hinson. He goes baseline, gets inside, turned away. Back to Michaels, baseline 3 in traffic, no good. The rebound to Anderson, tipped up and missed, and tipped over the baseline on the bounds, and last hit by Seth. Wausau West has it back. They trail by 1. 11:20 remaining in the first half. Borda looking long. Baseball pass up the floor to Adrian behind the defense. He'll drive and lay it in. That's the second time West has run that play. And they go back up by 1. Marshfield the forecourt. Hinson top of the key. Stands out front, near side Anderson. Baseline to Miller in the corner. Borda playing him again. Looks back out top to Anderson. Now Bowman far wing. Hinson top of the key. Looks near side to Miller. Reed on the drive. Pulls up. Foul line jumper is up off the back of the rim. No good. And the rebound collected by Wolcott. Wausau West has it back, leading by 1. Mikulski to front court. Pass far side to Borda. To the foul line. Lost the ball in traffic. Miller takes it away. Lead for Anderson. Seth on the drive. Lays it in and fouled as well. Seth Anderson with a nice off-balance lay-in to get the points. And the foul called on Mikulski, his first 17 foul. Postolic back in for the Tigers, along with Adam Haug, 5'11 junior, averaging 3.3 per game. Reed Miller leaving. McGrath leaving as well. And Seth Anderson attempting a three-point play, foul line right. Seth's shot is away and good. So Seth has 5 points. Marshfield goes up by 2. 10:40 remaining in the first half. New man in the ball game for Wausau West. It's Michael Newmiller, a 6'1 senior who has played very sparingly this year. Has only played in 2 games, has not scored a point as of yet, but he's in there right now. West ball. Cunningham on the far corner. Back out top to Borda. He drops the ball, but he was hooked by Seth Anderson. And a foul here on Seth. That'll be his first foul and the third team foul. Mitchell Mikulski back in for West, and Newmiller leaves immediately. 10:25 remaining first half. Tigers on top, 12-10. Borda inbounding near the timeline. Into backcourt to Mikulski. He'll recross on Postolic. High dribble, now drives the lane inside. Leans in, hands to Borda. Goes up off the glass and missed it. Tipped around and claimed by Haug, and he's pushed out of bounds. And a Wausau West foul on Mikulski. Second on Mikulski. 8th team foul. Adam had good inside position against some bigger Wausau West ball players. An excellent rebound there for Adam Haug, his first of the night. And Adam now on the foul line to our right for a 1-and-1. Adam only 4 of 6 on the foul line this season. But gets a chance to shoot some free throws here. West in the bonus awfully early, or Marshfield rather in the bonus, at 10:15 of the first half. Nick Stewart off the Tiger bench. Haug's first free throw is going to roll around and fall out of there. And rebounded by Wilcox. Long front court feed goes to Cunningham. He'll drive the baseline, and we have a blocking foul here on the Tigers. I think Postolic on a block along the baseline, and that's the first foul on Ethan. 4th team foul. Nick Stewart back in for Marshfield. Seth Anderson leaves. 10:08 remaining, first half. Tigers on top, 12-10. Marshfield inbounding, baseline front court. Or, excuse me, West inbounding. Pass comes in far side to Adrian. Downstairs to Mikulski, backs in, and a short jumper up and in. And we're deadlocked at 12, our second tie of the ball game. Marshfield back down the floor. Michaels out top to Bowman. Hands near side to Postolic. Ethan, baseline to Michaels, turns in the corner. He'll drive on Wilcox. Can't get by, and the ball kicked loose, rolls across the baseline out of bounds. And the officials confer it's going to be off a Wausau West man. Hinson comes back in for Marshfield for Bowman. Now 9:42 remaining in the first half. Marshfield and Wausau West tied at 12. Tigers inbound at quarter court. Postolic far wing, picked up by Adrian. Wants a screen from Michaels. Starts to penetrate, cut off. Pulls it back out. Top of the key, hits Haug once again. Gets a screen from Michaels, goes to the baseline. Underneath, and he may have walked with the ball, he did. Tiger turnover, their third. Reed Miller back in for Marshfield. And Adam Haug is out. Marshfield and Wausau West, Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball tonight here at the Boson Company Fieldhouse. West inbounding, baseline backcourt. Pass comes into Wilcox. Up the near sideline, met by Michaels at the center line. Wilcox will cross. And hand back outside to Borda. Adrian on the near wing. Brings it back out top. Mikulski on the far side. Starts to penetrate, drops the ball, but picked up by Wilcox in the corner. Mikulski gets it back. Key men on the bench with foul difficulty for West. Now in the lane, here's Wilcox, spins, goes up strong, and banks it in. Wilcox muscles it over Michaels for 2, and Wausau West back up by 2. Marshfield the front court. Postolic bounces downstairs to Stewart, back to Postolic on the give and go. He was knocked down, though, on the drive to the basket, and the Tigers get free throws here. Wausau West foul. It'll be on Wilcox, his second, 19th foul. So Zach Rader on the bench for Wausau West with 3 fouls. Tordson, Wilcox, and Mikulski all have 2. Postolic foul line right, shooting free throws for Marshfield. First try is good. 8:47 remaining in the first half. Tigers trail 14-13. Seth Anderson back in for Marshfield, replacing Nick Stewart. One more for Ethan Postolic. And Ethan's shot is up and in. We are tied at 14, our third tie of the night. Tigers again apply backcourt pressure. Borda comes in backcourt to Mikulski. Moves up the floor against Hinson. The far hash mark. Baseline, Adrian looks in, downstairs to Borda. Almost went out of bounds along the baseline, but now comes back outside again. Cunningham holds it. Far side, Adrian looks in, can't find Borda. Pass back out top to Mikulski. Hinson on him very tightly. Pulls up, takes a three-pointer in traffic and missed it. High off the board, the rebound to Wolcott. Back up in the lane, and it rolls out of there again, and this time Michael's there for the rebound. Grant comes back to front court. He'll drive all the way down the floor on Borda and lay it in. Grant Michaels right to the basket for two. And Marshfield goes back up by 2. 8 minutes left in the first half. Wausau West on the attack. Borda out near the center line. Adrian deep on the near wing. It's back outside again to Cunningham. Now Borda top of the key. Swings to Adrian. Here's a whistle away from the ball. A moving screen, I think, on Wolcott. And Coach Lemon's not very pleased. His team has been victimized by lots of foul calls tonight. That's the third on Wolcott and the 10th team foul. So both Wolcott and Rader have 3 fouls, and Wolcott leaves, and Michael Newmiller back in the ballgame. 7:50 remaining, first half. Tigers lead 16-14, Marshfield ball. Reed Miller at the foul line, and he made a jump step and is called for traveling with the basketball. Wausau West has it back, inbounding at three-quarter court. Trailing by 2. Pass comes into Mikulski in backcourt. And he starts out on Hinson. Moves across the timeline. Far side, Adrian looking for Borda down low, not free. Mikulski back out front. Starts to drive, turned away by Hinson. Back on the near side, Cunningham to Borda. Three-point try out top is no good. And the rebound cleared by Postolic. He went high for that one. Heath in the front court, going all the way down the floor on Borda. Borda blocks his shot, picked up by Adrian, and now West the other way. No advantage, so Adrian holds in front court. Mikulski top of the key, pulls up, lobs up a three-pointer, rims out of there, and Michaels with one hand snares the rebound. Grant back across the timeline. Postolic, baseline to Miller. Reed starts to penetrate to the circle. Near side, Hinson wide open. Three-pointer is up and off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound to Borda. Tigers have not made a three-pointer yet tonight. Now West will slow it down, and Mikulski walks across the line on Hinson. 6:45 remaining first half. Tigers by 2. Cunningham out top to Newmiller. Bounces far side again. Pass out top, stolen by Postolic. Ethan has a breakout. He'll drive down the floor and lay it in. Steal and basket for Ethan Postolic. Tigers go up by 4. Putting on some pressure in backcourt. Adrian starts out on Postolic. Up the far sideline. Stops at the hash mark. Borda back out front. Swings back near side to Cunningham. Top of the key to the free throw line. Hands back to Borda. At the foul line, stopped by Anderson. Needs some help now. Goes back door inside. Shot blocked by Miller over the back. But I believe there's a foul called, I think maybe on Postolic in front. It is a hold on Postolic. His second foul. 5th team foul. And Trevor Cunningham, foul line left, shooting free throws for Wausau West. Their first free throws of the night. Cunningham ready. And his first shot is no good. Jacob Tornson back in for West. And Grant Bowman back in for Marshfield for Ethan Postolic. 6:10 remaining. First half. Tigers lead 18-14. Trevor Cunningham, 6'1" senior, averaging 2.1 per game. Gets one more free throw. It is away and no good, and the rebound cleared by Reed Miller. Tigers on the attack. Hinson on the near wing. Back out front. Miller open for a three-point try. Good. Reed Miller for 3, his 26th of the year, and the Tigers lead by 7, their biggest lead. Backcourt pressure from Marshfield. Mikulski up the floor. Defense by Hinson. Moves across the timeline. Far side to Newmiller. Holds outside the arc. Almost walked with the basketball. Now a foul called on Bowman as he jumps a pass to Cunningham in the corner. And went through Cunningham to get there. Grant's first foul. 6th team foul. West inbounding at quarter court. 5:43 left first half. Tigers on top, 21-14. Tornson looking. Bounces out top. Nobody's there. The ball stolen away by Bowman, but he lost it in backcourt, and Tornson comes over and gets it back again. West resets. Cunningham on the near side. Baseline Borda turns, fires a long two. No good. And a fight for the rebound, and Reed Miller comes away with it. Leaves the charge back to front court. Holds for Anderson on the near wing. Back outside to Michaels. Miller near side. Three-pointer up again, and good again. Reed Miller with back-to-back threes, and Coach Lemons wants a timeout. Wausau West will use its second timeout with 5:20 remaining in the first half. Our score now is Marshfield 24, Wausau West 14. And our coverage of Marshfield Tiger basketball tonight here on WDLB, a service of Citizen State Bank of Loyal, Granton, Neelsville, Spencer, and Marshfield, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield, and Sternweiss & Sons Incorporated in Marshfield. Tight ball game much of the evening, but Marshfield now has reeled off 10 straight points. Our last tie was at 14, and now Marshfield leads by 10, 24-14. 5:20 remaining in the first half. Tigers out with Miller, Bowman, Anderson, Michaels, and Hinson. West coming length of the floor. Two of their key men, Zach Rader and Jacob Wolkoch, on the bench with 3 fouls. Borda looks to inbound, comes in backcourt to Mikulski, and starts up the floor. Moving into front court to our left. Mikulski can't drive. Picked up his foot, and he's going to be called for walking, I believe. Awkward move by Mikulski. He's called for traveling. That's 6 Wausau West turnovers. Marshfield back up the floor, leading by 10. Hinson top of the key. Starts to penetrate, cut off. Miller has it. Reed on the drive inside. 10-footer up and no good, but Reed was bumped and fouled on the shot. And a call here against Wausau West is going to be on Nick Adrian, his first foul. And Reed Miller, 83% on the foul line. Foul line rate shooting 2. Reed with 10 points and 6 rebounds. The first time these two ball clubs met each other. Reed gets set, and his first free throw is good. 5:03 remaining first half. Tigers lead 25-14. Nick Stewart back in for Marshfield, and Grant Michaels is out. Tigers lead by 11. This is their biggest lead of the ball game. One more shot for Reed Miller, away and good. And Marshfield opens up a 12-point lead. Tigers with pressure in backcourt. Border runs the baseline. Better hurry, comes in along the baseline to New Miller. He rushes back to front court. Near side, he hits Tortson. Cross-court feed to Mikulski. Baseline Cunningham turns in the corner. Looks downstairs to Borda, backs in on Stewart. Turns, fires a 15-footer, no good. And the rebound claim, boy, that was Brand Bowman well up there to get that rebound. Ahead to Hinson, Alec in the lane, jump step, goes up and throws up and missed it, but grabbed by Seth Anderson, busses it back up and missed it. Grabbed by Seth again, turns on Borda, goes up strong with the left hand, and this one goes. Some hard work for Seth Anderson down low. And Marshfield leads by 14. 4:20 remaining in the first half. Borda in backcourt, up the floor on Nick Stewart. Come across the timeline on Nick to the near side. New Miller in the corner to the foul line. Spins, and he'll be called for traveling, I believe. Yes, he will. Wausau West 7 turnover. Tigers right now in a 14-0 run. And they lead by 14. Long front court feed, Miller, far side, wide open for a three-point try. No good, and the rebound claimed by Wolkoch. Hands to Tortson. And Wausau West up the floor. Tortson has an alley. He'll drive. Cut off. Baseline, a three-pointer by Mikulski. Up and no good. And the rebound cleared by Bowman. He screened off Wolkoch well. Grant Bowman to front court. Hands near side to Alec Hinson. Alec holds outside the arc. Bowman top of the key. 3:45 in the period. Near side Miller open. Three-pointer by Reed is up. And this one rattles out of there. Stewart rebounds. Turns with one hand up and in. Nick Stewart with the rebound basket. A 16-0 run for the Tigers, who lead by 16, 3.5 to play in the first half. Wausau West back down the floor. Mikulski, near side New Miller, pass inside to Tortson. Hard to the basket, stripped loose by Hinson, knocked out of bounds. Boy, he had a wide open lane to the basket. Then Hinson with quick hands got there and knocked that ball out of his hands, out of bounds. Reed Miller out, Nathan McGrath back in with 3:20 remaining in the first half. And Marshfield now leading 30-14. West inbounding, baseline front court. Tortzen looking. Stewart jumping in his face. Can't go underneath. Still looking. Now to board it down low. Turns on McGrath. Muscles it up, and it finally falls. And that ends a 16-0 run for Wausau, for the Marshfield Tigers. They lead by 14 with 3:10 left in the first half. Marshfield back down the floor. McGrath on the far wing. Gets Hinson on the far sideline. Down low, Anderson. Turns on Newmiller. Has no shot. Throws it back outside, and Bowman tracks it down. Dangerous pass, but Brand is there to grab it. Hinson on the far wing. 2:50 remaining before halftime. Tigers by 14. Bowman out near the center line. Dribbles around out there. Looks like West in a 1-2-2 zone here. Baseline to Seth Anderson. Flips it back out top to Hinson. Fakes the three. Far side Bowman. Baseline Anderson turns on Borda. And we have a whistle here, and I think we have a 3-second violation on Marshfield. I think McGrath is down there too long in that lane area. 5 Tiger turnovers. Newmiller is out, and Nick Adrian back in for West. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Tigers on top 30-16. Tigers with some pressure in backcourt again. Borda looking. Comes in backcourt to Mikulski. Starts out on Hinson. Moves across the 10-second line to the near side. Tortzen to the baseline. Leans in. Off-balance 10-footer. No good. And the rebound claimed by Seth Anderson. Seth's 4th rebound tonight. Front court feed goes far side to Bowman. Open for a baseline 3, and it's good. 3-pointer for Brant Bowman. Only his 5th of the year. But the Tigers now up by 17. Their biggest lead. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Adrian in backcourt. He'll cross on Bowman on the far wing. Bounces back outside again. Tortzen on the near side. To the baseline. Pull up 15-footer away and batters out of there. Rebound. Borda shot blocked. Borda shot blocked. Tortzen shot blocked again. But Nick Stewart on the foul this time. Anderson blocked Borda. Then Stewart blocked Tortzen. But Nick got the arm apparently. And he'll be called for his 2nd foul on the 17th foul. And Jacob Tortzen on the foul line for Wausau West, where he shoots 86% for the year. Tortzen, the 2nd leading scorer on this team, or the leading scorer actually, has not scored yet tonight, but he does make this first free throw. Michaels back in for Anderson, and Reed Miller comes back in, replacing Nathan McGrath. 1:49 remaining, first half. Marshfield leads Wausau West 33-17. Jacob Tortzen with a 2nd foul shot. It is away and around and out, and the rebound cleared by Grant Michaels. Tigers back to front court. Hinson stops near side, pops the 3-pointer, good! Around, no, it went out, came halfway down and went out again. Bowman comes down the rebound, however. Marshfield has it back. Hinson baseline to Bowman. In the corner to Stewart. Dribbles back outside again. Miller swings it across court to Hinson. 1:25 remaining in the first half. Tigers by 16. Miller to the timeline. Hands back outside to Hinson. Wausau West stays in that 1-2-2 zone defense. Hinson deep in the near corner. Back outside again. Bowman on the near side. Hinson gets it back. Now another 3-point try. This one no good. Ball in the corner, and Michaels has it back. Tigers retain possession. Michaels on the near wing. 60 seconds remaining first half. Tigers by 16. Grant Bowman top of the key. Near side Michaels. Baseline Hinson. Can't feed into Stewart. Brings it back outside. Miller top of the circle. 45 on the clock. Tigers may just run it down now. 40 seconds left first half. Tigers by 16. Miller far side. Ball knocked away out of bounds by Nick Adrian. Tigers retain possession. Inbounding at quarter court with 28 seconds remaining in the first half. We were tied at 14. Since then, a 19-3 run by Marshfield. Now the Tigers hold the ball. Clock down to 23 seconds. Hinson holds near the center line. And Marshfield will play for a final shot to close out the first half. Hinson along the far sideline. Clock is at 22 now. Hinson back out front with 20. Still holds it with 17. 15. Hinson out near the center line with 12. 11. Clock down to 10. Hinson out near the timeline with 8, 7, 6, 5 on the drive. Leans in. Scoop shot up. It rolls out. Tipped and missed by Stewart. Stewart has it again. Lost it. Grabbed by Tortzen. He's off the floor and comes up short as time expires. Nonetheless, an outstanding first half of basketball are the Marshfield Tigers, who lead by 16 here at the halftime break. We'll have more details on this ball game and other Central Wisconsin sports news on our On Sports program tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB WOSQ.com. Our halftime score here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield is Marshfield 33, Wausau West 17. Back with the first half scoring and stats following these messages.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by your team at Security Health Plan, the same team who provides outstanding healthcare coverage for families and businesses of all sizes throughout Wisconsin. Health insurance was created because we worry. Security was created so we don't have to. Security Health Plan. Great plans for every state with this name called life. To learn more, visit securityhealth.org.
Paget Equipment Company, a division of JBL International, specializing in stainless steel fabrication worldwide, and a proud backer of Marshfield area youth programs and activities. The folks at Paget Equipment support healthy competition. It helps prepare youth for life, teaching them important concepts like teamwork and fair play. Important in athletics, important in business, important in life. Paget Equipment, a strong backer of the youth of Marshfield, urging you to get involved with school-related activities.
The next time you need a plumber, call Shriners Plumbing and Heating of Marshfield. Shriners Plumbing has licensed plumbers, and they've been offering fast, dependable service to the Marshfield area for nearly 100 years. They do it all, from pump service and installation to water heaters, water softeners, sewer and drain cleaning. They have kitchen and bath fixtures too. Come see their showroom to give your home a bold new look with Kohler. When you need a plumber, don't settle for anything less. Call the best. Shriners Plumbing and Heating, 106 West 4th Street in Marshfield.
Listening to Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is producing our broadcast tonight. I'm Gene Delisio at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. We're at halftime here, and the Marshfield Tigers lead Wausau West 33-17. Halftime score from Loyal, the Columbus Dons boys basketball team, unbeaten at 19-0, trailing Loyal at halftime 34-22. We understand that Hunter Schultz, the Dons' fine guard, is not playing in that ball game. We heard some reports this week that Hunter has a foot injury, and the word now from Columbus High School is that Hunter has a stress fracture, is not playing tonight, and will be sidelined for about 2 weeks. So could have been a lot worse, but the Dons playing without Hunter tonight and trailing Loyal at halftime 34-22. Some college basketball action on Saturday. UW Superior men featuring Marshfield's Alex Strage will play at Crown tomorrow evening at 7:30. That's tonight. That ball game taking place tonight. The Viterbo men, coached by Marshfield's Wayne Wagner and featuring former Columbus standout Jared Fleischman, in action tonight at Waldorf. Minnesota Crookston women featuring Marshfield's Caitlin Michaels at home against Minot State tonight. And the Bemidji State women featuring Marshfield's Michaela Scheuer at home this evening against the University of Mary. Once again, our halftime score, Marshfield 33, Wausau West 17. We'll come back and look at the halftime stats in just a moment.
You know a good teammate when you see one. Hardworking, reliable, and most of all, someone who knows that success is best achieved when people work together. At Ministry St. Joseph's Hospital, we work with all of our patients as a team to make the best decisions for their health. That's why we're proud to sponsor Marshfield High School Tigers sports, because the world needs more great teams. Get to know us better at ministryhealth.org. Ministry Healthcare. Knowing you better means treating you better.
When you think about it, investing is more than just money. You're trying to achieve something important for you or your family. That goal could be a comfortable retirement, college, or protecting your family. But here's the real question. What's important to you? Hi, I'm Randy Gershman, your Marshfield Edward Jones financial advisor. Setting a specific, realistic goal is the first step, and I can help. Contact me today at 715-387-8662. See for yourself how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
I bet I know what you're not thinking about right now. Safety issues when it comes to water and electricity. Thank goodness Marshfield Utilities has done some thinking for you. Of course, it's up to you to follow through with smart thinking about things like, to prevent scalding water, heaters should be set no higher than 120 degrees. Always dry your hands before using a switch, plug, or electrical outlet. Stay away from fenced-in power stations, utility poles, and towers. Get all the facts about water and electric safety from Marshfield Utilities. Safety is important, don't you think?
Marshfield Tigers lead Wausau West at halftime 33-17. Our halftime stats, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. West at halftime led by Zach Rader with 6, of the Raider missed much of the first half due to 3 early fouls. Tommy Borda held to only 4 points at halftime. Jacob Wolkoch also has 4. Nick Adrian with 2. And leading scorer Jacob Tortson with just 1 point for Wausau West tonight. Marshfield quite balanced at halftime. Reed Miller with 8. Seth Anderson 7. Ethan Postelik 6. Alec Hinson 5. Brant Bowman 3. Grant Michaels and Nick Stewart each with 2. Tigers are 8 of 11 on the foul line. West 1 of 4. Tigers have 5 turnovers. West has 7. We've had 3 ties in the first half at 8, 12, and 14, and 6 lead changes. But at our last tie at 14, Marshfield then went on a 16-0 run, and Marshfield's been in command ever since, leading now by 16. Tigers' biggest lead has been 17. West's biggest lead has been 2. Tigers on top here at halftime, 33-17. Our halftime stats, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. Our halftime score, Marshfield 33, Wausau West 17. More from the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in just a moment.
What one person do you trust most? Your spouse? Your minister? Your doctor?
How about the guy that fixes my car?
Your auto mechanic?
Yeah, Scott and the guys at Jim's Auto in Marshfield. They look things over and tell me what's wrong, both serious and not so serious, so I know what needs fixing now and what can wait a bit. I get an honest, competitive estimate. And when I decide what to do, well, they stand behind their work, too. Real professionals. Jim's Auto in Marshfield, 710 East Depot Street, just off Peach, north of the tracks. If you can't trust your auto mechanic, who can you trust? Quality Roofing, Marshfield, Wisconsin, is proud to include Wausau Athletic Park, Camp Randall, and Lambeau Field in their project lineup. Quality Roofing is equally proud to always support area students. Quality Roofing serves Wisconsin's commercial roofing and sheet metal needs. Contact Quality Roofing on the web at qroof.com or visit them in Marshfield's East Industrial Park.
Marshfield Tiger basketball on WDLB, a service of Hefco Floral Company, Ministry Healthcare, and the Hearing House in Marshfield, Colby, Neelsville, and Wausau. Our halftime score here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Marshfield 33, Wausau West 17. Back with the second half of tonight's ball game following these messages.
If you drive a heavy truck, you know parts. Parts are the DNA of your truck. Each truck is different, and each trucker, too. At V&H, our parts division is one of the biggest in the industry, and our staff, with 240 years of combined service, will help you find whatever you need, and will almost always ship it to you the same day you order. Because at V&H, we'll find you the right part that's the right fit at the right price. V&H, the driving force in heavy trucks and equipment.
Find us at 1505 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, or vhtrucks.com.
Creative Paint and Decorating Marshfield. An athlete wishes all teams good luck this season. Creating brackets on your next project. They specialize in window treatments, blinds, custom draperies, carpeting, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, vinyl, and laminates. And they have interior designers that can bring your room to life. Creative Paint is your locally owned complete paint store, too, offering 30% off Benjamin Moore paints. Add some beautiful new colors to your home with help from Creative Paint and Decorating. 111 East 4th Street, Marshfield.
Where will you be the next time you're sick? At home? On the job? On vacation? No matter where you are, you can get expert care. 888-267-3929. Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live. Shine.
Marshfield Tigers with a 16-point lead here at the halftime break. Marshfield and Wausau West in Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball tonight. Nice crowd on hand. It's senior night. There's a nice display in the commons area honoring the 5 Marshfield Tiger seniors: Nick Stewart, Grant Michaels, Nathan McGrath, Alec Hinson, and Ethan Postolek. It will be Wausau West basketball at the center line as we start the second half. Tigers out with Postolek, Michaels, Stewart, Hinson, and McGrath. They're starting 5. West ball, front court to our right. Mikulski out top to Wolcott. Hands to Tortson down the lane. Baseline Mikulski. 3-point try is away. Hits the rim, no good. And Michaels with his 5th rebound. Grant dribbles to front court himself. Hands far side to Postolek. McGrath in the corner. Bounces downstairs to Stewart. On the backdoor cut to Hinson. And he gets knocked down on the shot. Well done by Nick Stewart. Nice behind the back drop pass as Hinson cut down the lane. Foul called on Borda. His first team foul. Tigers inbound, baseline front court. Action just underway here in the second half, and Marshfield leads by 16. Postolek will throw it in. Looking to Hinson in the far corner. McGrath back out top. Waits for a cutter. Comes near side to Michaels. Hinson deep in the near corner. Back out front, McGrath at the foul line. Down the lane, stopped. Comes back to Hinson on the near side. Alec backs it out. Man-to-man defense by West. McGrath holds, top of the key. Postolek turns. Gets back to Michaels on the near side. Wants a screen from McGrath. Gets bumped, comes back outside again. Postolek on the far wing. Picked up by Mikulski. Gets a screen from Stewart. Attacks, gets in the lane, and dumps it off, but got knocked down, and Wolcott knocked down as well, but Wolcott was not set. And that's going to be 4 fouls on Jacob Wolcott. Second team foul. Tigers inbound, baseline front court. Postolek looks to Hinson on the near wing. Back out top, Michaels swings back to Postolek on the far side. Hinson on the cut to the foul line, down the lane, leans in, short jumper, rolls in. Hinson scores it. Tigers up by 18. This is Marshfield's biggest lead. Wausau West down the floor. Tortson takes off on Michaels. Comes across the timeline. Near side is to Zach Rader. Back out top, Tortson down the lane on Michaels. Leans in, left-hander good. Tortson's first basket. He's got 3 points tonight. He is their leading scorer at 13.5 a game. Marshfield by 16. Tigers to forecourt. McGrath on the cut inside to Stewart. Was back outside again. Postolek with it. Hinson far sideline. Wants a screen from Nick. Rubs off to the free throw line. Turned away. Near side Michaels. Shovels back out in the corner to Postolek. Wants a screen from Stewart again. Can't take the baseline though on Mikulski. Now back out top. Michaels turns. Far side Postolek on the drive for the dotted line. Comes back out to Hinson. To McGrath in the corner. Missed the 3. Rebound kept alive by Stewart. Tips it outside. And claimed though by Wausau West. There's a drive by Rader down the lane. Lays it up and missed the lay-in. And Hinson back for the rebound. Tigers quickly back to front court. Postolek near corner. To the baseline. All the way inside. Short jumper missed. Stewart rebounds. And a foul called as Nick goes back up for it. Foul on Nick Stewart, his second. Seth Anderson back in for Marshfield for Nathan McGrath. West making some changes as well. That last foul is on Tortson. That's his third. Marshfield resets in front court to our left, leading by 16. Hinson on the far wing. Gets a screen from Anderson. To the foul line, turned away. Back to Seth on the arc. He'll drive the baseline, spin, go up with one hand, missed the shot, blocked out of bounds, loose below the basket, picked up by Borda. Wausau West has it back. And Rader across the timeline. Holds out top, picks up his dribble. Tortson has it back on the near wing, downstairs to Borda. Turns on Stewart, backs in, goes up with one hand, missed it but was fouled. And Nick got an elbow somewhere around the eye, and he says, how did I commit the foul? But the official says it's on you. Third on Nick Stewart, first team foul. Puts Tommy Borda on the foul line for 2 shots. Borda 67% on the foul line this year. And his first try is short. 15:05 remaining. Tigers lead 35-19. Borda only 2 of 10 from the floor the first time these two teams played. His second free throw here is going to rim out of there, and Anderson grabs the rebound, his 5th. Tigers up the floor. Michaels has no break. He'll hold out top for Hinson. Alec to the foul line, turned away by Tordson. Still holds, backs it out once again. Now Michaels top of the key. Hinson gets it right back on the far side, fakes a long 3. Baseline Postolic, he'll pull it back outside again. It's a screen from Anderson to the circle and lobs up a shot from the arc, no good. Long rebound, grabbed by Anderson, back to the basket on Borda, drops the ball, but it comes outside to Michaels. Back to Stewart, back to Michaels on the cut for the lay-in. Couple of nice behind-the-back passes by Anderson and Stewart, and the Tigers go up by 18 once again. Tigers playing well tonight. It's West ball, Tordson down the lane, explodes on Michaels, missed the lay-in, ball in the corner, and grabbed in the corner by Tordson, but he's standing out of bounds, and it'll be Marshfield ball. Reed Miller back in for the Tigers for Nick Stewart. Mitchell Mikulski back in for Wausau West as Tordson leaves. 14:15 remaining. Tigers on top, 37-19. And Alec Hinson racing into front court for the Tigers. Miller on the far sideline. Again, Borda defensing him. Tough assignment for Reed against the 6'7 Borda tonight. Reed holds, comes cross court to Anderson. Michaels on the near wing. Holds on the cut to Postolic, stopped on the foul line. Gives back to Hinson out top. They swing back to Anderson outside the arc. Waits for Michaels top of the key. Holds it. Baseline Postolic can't attack inside. And now he lobs up a three-point try, no good. And the rebound claimed by Borda. Both he and Anderson go down. And I think Seth will get that foul call as Borda had the position. Foul on Seth Anderson, his second team foul. West coming length of the floor, trailing by 18. 13:43 remaining. Borda will inbound, deep in backcourt, hits Mikulski. Comes across the line on Hinson. To the top of the key. Can't penetrate. Bounces back near side again to Nick Adrian as he goes to the baseline. There's a foul called on the Tigers. Blocking call on Alec Hinson. Alec's first foul, 3rd team foul. West to inbound at quarter court, trailing by 18, 13.5 to play. Cunningham comes into Rader along the near sideline. He'll hold the ball on Michaels. Starts to attack to the foul line, backdoor cut, short jumper up and in by Mikulski. Mikulski's first basket, nice feed by Rader. Tiger lead at 16, Marshfield ball. Michaels, cross court to Miller at the far hash mark. Reed holds, baseline to Hinson. Michaels wants to get free. Can't get loose down low, comes out to the sideline to grab it. Now Postolic deep in the far corner. Looks back out top, Michaels once again. Now far side Anderson goes baseline, spins on Cunningham down low, and comes back outside again, near side Miller. Attacks the foul line, goes down the lane and gets bumped, puts the ball in the basket, but I think he walked with the ball. Traveling call on Reed, Tigers' 6th turnover. Bowman back in for Hinson in the Tiger lineup. 12:50 remaining. Tigers on top, 37-21. West inbounding in backcourt. Borda comes into Mikulski. Starts up the floor on Bowman. Mikulski into forecourt. Man-to-man defense by Marshfield. Adrian on the far side. Back out top to Cunningham. Near side Mikulski. As he goes to the basket, he was pushed by Bowman. Second on Brandt and the 4th team foul. West again will throw it in, baseline front court. Pass comes in near corner to Rader. He attacks the dotted line. Back outside a three-pointer by Adrian, up and in. Three-pointer by Nick Adrian. And Wausau West will take a timeout here. Wausau West using their 3rd timeout. With 12.5 remaining, our score is Wausau West trailing Marshfield 37-24. Back to the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in just a moment.
Business insurance. If you own a business, you need coverage. Talk to the experts at Schwartz Insurance. Over 90 years experience and 3 generations of family ownership. Let Schwartz manage your business insurance program. Schwartz Insurance. Be sure. Check out Schwartz at BeSureOnline.com. That's BeSureOnline.com. Or call 387-1130. Schwartz Insurance. Be sure.
Get organized with your bookkeeping and tax supplies from Marshfield Book and Stationery today. They have all the essentials every business needs, such as storage file, budget books, calendars, calculators, and supplies. Also appointment books, file cabinets, computer supplies, printer cartridges, expanding files, mileage, and payroll books, just to mention a few of the necessities you'll find at Marshfield Book and Stationery, M11 West McMillan in Marshfield. Stop in and see them today or call 715-387-1286. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Now Wausau West with a three-quarter court press. Marshfield breaks it easily. Postulek goes right to the basket, missed the lay-in. The ball tipped outside, though, to Miller. Reed back to the basket, drives, lays it in, and he knocked down Borda, however, for a charge. Foul called on Reed Miller, his first fifth-team foul. Reed aggressively to the basket. Alec Hinson now back in for Marshfield. Reed up, he's okay, kind of spinning that shoulder. Remember, he did suffer a shoulder injury earlier in the year. No longer wearing that brace, and looks like he's okay. Bowman leaves as Hinson comes back in. Wausau West up the floor, down by 13, 12-10 to play. Torgerson across the timeline. Near side hits Cunningham outside the arc. Back out top, Mikulski looks in on Hinson. Starts to penetrate, cut off. Gives to Rader down the lane. Spins, no shot. Torgerson at the high post. Spins inside, short jumper, blocked by Anderson. Borda has it back, though, and lays it in. And Wausau West back to within 11. Backcourt pressure again. Hinson back in the ball game, looking to handle this zone press. Lobs across the line to Michaels. Ran attacks, has an alley, goes right to the basket on Borda, but missed the lay-in. And the rebound comes down to Cunningham. And here's Wausau West up the floor again. Lead pass Borda inside, lays it in. And Wausau West making a run. They're back to within 9, and Coach Schroyer wants a timeout. Tigers take their first timeout, 11.5 remaining in regulation time. Our score now is Marshfield 37, Wausau West 28. We'll come right back to the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in just a moment.
Another exciting basketball season is underway. Tiger Hoops Club would like to give special thanks to the following businesses for their support during the 2016-2017 season. Marshfield Clinic, Midstate Truck Service, Marshfield Firefighters Local 1021, Marshfield Professional Police Association, Forward Financial Bank, WDOB, WOSQ Radio, Victory Apparel, and BMO Harris Bank. The support of these area businesses helps Tiger Hoops Club provide equipment, basketballs, and uniforms for the kindergarten through 8th grade boys and girls participating in Tiger Hoops Club for the 2016-2017 basketball season. An excellent team is built from the ground up. It starts with a solid foundation, support among its members, and the development of a winning tradition. If you're planning to build or remodel, think of the tradition offered at Trudeau Construction of Marshfield. They handle everything from new homes to additions, remodeling projects, kitchens and baths, cabinets, wood floors, decks, and gazebos. Have a project in mind? Plan it from the ground up by dialing 387-2239 for Trudeau Construction, Marshfield.
Well, Marshfield's 18-point lead now down to 9. And again, Wausau West with backcourt pressure. Hinson behind the line. Bump in with Torgerson, comes across along the far sideline. Tigers now reset in front court to our left. Miller attacks, drives, shot blocked from behind by Borda, but a foul is called as Reed went hard to the basket. And some contact made there. And a foul called, I believe, on Tommy Borda. Borda's second foul. Fourth team foul. Reed Miller, 2 of 2 on the foul line tonight. Shooting 2, the first is good. 11-12 remaining. Tigers lead 38-28. Reed had 12 against Rhinelander on Tuesday night. His second free throw here is around and in. So Reed in double figures for the 10th time this year. And Marshfield back up by 11. The Tigers with some man-to-man pressure. Rader takes the inbound pass and moves into front court for Wausau West. Tigers might go to a zone here. I think they are. Tigers in the 2-3. Rader holds near the timeline. Cross court, Mikulski. Back to Rader out top. Stomped out front by Postulek. Torgerson far wing into Borda. Turns on Anderson. Back outside. Here's Rader at the foul line. Baseline Torgerson pulls up, goes in the lane. One-hander up and in. Torgerson scores it. The Tiger lead down to 9 again. At zone press again in backcourt by West. Postolick lobs across to Anderson. Seth holds outside the arc. Waits for Hinson. Alec now holds it. Anderson gets it back. Michaels doing jumping jacks in the lane. Nobody saw him open down there. Now Grant on the far wing attacks the free throw line. Kicks back out to Miller. Reed at the foul line, turned away. Holds back for Anderson. Seth can't attack the lane. Pulls it back out again. Now Hinson resets downstairs to Michaels. Turns on Cunningham. Shoots over Cunningham and connects. Long two for Grant Michaels. Tigers again by 11. 10 minutes to play. There's Rader in backcourt. No pressure from the Tigers. Postolick meets him in half court. Rader across the line, stops at the free throw line. Backs it out once again. Still outside the arc with it. Postolick making him work awfully hard. Rader still holds it. Now bounces downstairs. Tortson turns on Michaels. Turnaround jumper, good. Nice post-up shot by Jacob Tortson. Tiger lead again is at 9. No pressure here from West. Marshfield back to front court. Anderson, baseline, has an open lane, drives and is fouled. Somehow Anderson had that baseline wide open, and Cunningham slid over to foul him to prevent the easy basket. Perhaps an easy dunk. First on Cunningham, 15 foul. And Seth Anderson was shooting. So Seth foul line left for 2. He is 4 of 6 on the foul line this year. His first try rolls out. 9.5 remaining in regulation time. Tigers lead 41-32. Anderson with a second free throw. It is away and no good, and pulled in by Borda. West has the ball. They're within 9. They trailed by 18 earlier in this half. Rader across the timeline to Cunningham on the far wing. Tortson lobs in Borda. He's wide open, lays it in. Borda now with 10 on the lob pass. Tiger lead down to 7. Halfway through the second half. Marshfield back down the floor. Hinson on the far wing. Picked up by Cunningham. Back out front, Michaels holds it. Waits for a cutter. Far side, Hinson once again. Gets a screen from Anderson. Seth on the far side, holds it. Hinson way out top, starts to drive. Ball knocked loose by Rader, but Hinson gets it back. Miller top of the circle. Postolick on the far wing. Now Anderson from the corner, thinks about the shot. Back out top, Hinson off a screen, comes near side to Postolick. Ethan can't go baseline. Tigers being patient here. 8:30 remaining, Marshfield by 7. Anderson in the far corner, picked up by Cunningham. Out top, Michaels, he's open, won't take the shot. Anderson high post, he'll fire it up and hit it. Seth Anderson from 15 feet away. Marshfield by 9, 8:15 to play. Backcourt pressure by the Tigers. Tortson takes the inbound pass. Moves up the floor on Michaels. Across the timeline. Starts to drive. Cut off. Mikulski out top. Hinson won't let him down the lane. Cunningham back out front. Bounce pass is kicked by Michaels. But picked up again by Cunningham, and West resets. 7:50 remaining. Tigers by 9. Cunningham near sideline. Looks for some help. Hands the ball to Tortson. To the baseline. Leans in. Short jumper blocked and fouled. Tortson got to that baseline and drew some contact. And a Marshfield foul here. It's on Anderson. Third on Seth. 6th team foul. Jacob Tortson, 1 of 2 on the foul line tonight. Line right, shooting 2. His first try is good. 7:43 remaining. Tigers lead 43-35. Nick Stewart back in for Seth Anderson in the Marshfield lineup. Tortson averaging over 21 points per game in West's last 3 games. Held to 8 so far tonight. His second foul shot is also good, so he now has 9. And the Marshfield lead is again down to 7. Here's Michaels in backcourt, hands to Hinson. West goes back to that 3/4 court zone. Postolick in backcourt, he'll cross now. And West goes back to a half-court man-to-man. Hinson far wing. Outside the arc, baseline Postolick. Holds in the corner. Takes it back outside. Hinson top of the circle. Alex starts to penetrate down the lane. Ball slapped loose, but he was fouled by Tortson. And that's 4 fouls on Tortson. That's a big call against West. 6th team foul. Jacob Wolcott reports back in for West. And Cunningham will leave, but now Wolcott has 4 fouls. Tortson has 4 fouls. Tigers inbounding, baseline front court. Postolick will throw it in. Finds Hinson on the near wing. Back out front, Miller. Swings back to Postolick. Michaels in the far corner. Won't drive on Tordson. Backs it out. Out top to Miller at the foul line. Turned away. Gives to Postolick once again. Ethan holds out top. Near side, Michaels on the arc. Downstairs to Stewart. Batted loose, but Nick tracks it down and shovels back outside again to Hinson. Alec holds. Near side, Stewart outside the arc. Top of the key, Postolick swings back to Miller. 6:50 remaining. Tigers by 7. Miller on the drive baseline. Tordson won't let him go by. Cross court to Hinson. Starts to attack. Cut off. Postolick to the baseline. Gets inside. Left-hander no good. Tipped up and missed, but a foul called. And that might be on Wilcox. That would be his 5th, and that will be the call. And Jacob Wilcox fouls out with 6:38 remaining. He leaves with 4 points. He's averaging 4 per game, and he gets 4 tonight. And Trevor Cunningham back in. Ethan Postolick on the foul line, where he is an 83% shooter, and 2 of 2 tonight. Ethan had 18 the first time these two teams played, held to only 6 tonight. Ethan's first free throw is good. 6:38 remaining. Tigers lead 44-36. Seth Anderson back in for Grant Michaels. Seth comes back in with 3 fouls. Tigers have only 3 threes tonight, 2 of those by Miller, 1 by Bowman. Postolick's second free throw is short, and Tordson claims the rebound. West up the floor, they're within 8. Front court to Rader on the drive in the lane. Short jumper rolls in, and we'll see if they count the basket. The officials will confer here. Gary Coy going over to ask. Coach Scheuer yelling no. Coach Lemon says yes. The officials confer on whether this basket will count. And the officials say no basket. Coach Lemon's not real pleased. So no basket. Foul is on Postolick. That's his 3rd, 17 foul. Now 2 other officials confer. But Zach Rader, foul line right, has a 1 in bonus for Wausau West. Rader gets set. His free throw, no good. Kicks out long to Miller. Tigers have it back. Marshfield ball. Tigers by 8, 6:25 remaining. Tigers have lost an 18-point lead here. Hinson to front court. Marshfield lead down to 8. Baseline Anderson. Back out top, Miller down the lane, leans in, short jumper, no good, knocked a man down, but Miller was fouled on the play. It'll be on Borda, I believe. Borda on the contact. And that will be 3 fouls on Tommy Borda. 17 foul, Reed Miller on the foul line, where he is 4 of 4 tonight. Reed gets set, his first free throw is good. 6:14 remaining. Tigers lead 45-36. Cunningham out, and Nick Adrian back in for West. Reed Miller with a second free throw. And this shot is up, and it bounces out of there. Border rebounds. Marshfield by 9, 6:10 to play. West basketball. Tordson out front, picked up by Anderson. Standing dribble at the center line. Adrian on the near wing. Defense by Miller. Bounces back out top to Mikulski. Borda hands back outside to Tordson. Near side Mikulski to the foul line. Stopped in the lane. Falls down, but shovels back out to Tordson. He'll drive, cut off. Gives to Adrian on the near wing. Tordson from the corner. Backs in on Anderson. Takes it to the lane. Turns. Off balance 10-footer. No good. Tipped in the corner and tracked down by Tordson. West still has it. Borda from the corner. Pulls up without the shot. Gives to Tordson in the near corner. Defense by Postolick. Shovels back outside. Rader with it. 5.5 remaining. Tigers by 9. Rader downstairs to Borda. Turns on Stewart. Backs in. Leans in. One-hander is up and no good. And Stewart lost the rebound but taken by Postolick. Here's a run out for Marshfield. Postolick gives to Anderson. He'll drive inside and miss the shot, but a Wausau West man is down and play is stopped. There was a West man down below the basket. And I believe a charge on Postolick. Postolick knocked down a West defender. And Ethan called on the charge, his 4th foul. That's the 8th team foul. Physical play tonight. And West will have the basketball back with 5:15 remaining. And Marshfield on top, 45-36. Grant Michaels reports back in for Ethan Postelik. Ethan to the sidelines with 4 fouls. 5:15 left. Tiger lead is at 9. Marshfield did lead by 18 earlier in the second half. West on the attack in front court to our right. Rader bounces near side to Mikulski. Back out top to Borda. Baseline, here's a three-pointer by Adrian, up and no good. The rebound collected by Stewart. Marshfield has it back with 4:55 to play, and Marshfield wants time. Tiger timeout, 4:55 left in regulation time, and our score is Marshfield 45, Wausau West 36. Back in just a moment.
If beauty, style, and efficiency are important to you, Heat & Glow has the fireplace for your home. As the leader in the industry, Heat & Glow has the most innovative designs and award-winning fireplaces. Heat & Glow offers hundreds of designs, all equipped with the most advanced technologies the 21st century has to offer. No one builds a better fire.
See the entire line of Heat & Glow options today at House of Heating, North Central Avenue in Marshfield.
No matter whose name is on the door, it's the person you deal with that really matters. That one-on-one relationship is what Citizens State Bank of Loyal is built on. We are a local bank. Decisions are made locally, loans are serviced locally, and if you have a question, you know who to ask. If you are looking to make some improvements around your home, upgrade, refinance, maybe add on, talk to one of the local folks at Citizens State Bank of Loyal, Granton, Neilsville, Spencer, or Marshfield. We're just down the street.
Tigers lead it by 9 with 4:55 remaining. Marshfield ball in front court to our left. Hinson top of the key. Man-to-man defense by West. Far side to Michaels. Near side Stewart. Now West double teaming the ball on the outside. Miller harassed, comes outside to Hinson. Alec can't drive the lane. Baseline to Michaels. Underneath Stewart. Through his hands though. Across the court out of bounds. Stewart below the basket wide open. The ball went right through his fingertips. Across the sideline out of bounds. Marshfield's 8th turnover. 4:35 remaining. Marshfield by 9. Wausau West has it back. Rader across the line on Michaels. Hand-to-man defense by Marshfield. Adrian bounces baseline to Mikulski. Back outside Tortson off a screen from Borda. Down the lane on Stewart. Muscles it up and around and out, but fouled by Nick on the play. Foul here on Nick Stewart. That'll be 4 on Nick. 19 foul. Stewart and Postelik have 4 fouls for Marshfield. Anderson has 3. For West, Wilcox is fouled out. Tortson has 4. Rader and Borda have 3. Free throws here for Jacob Tortson. First try is good. And he has 10 points tonight. 4:17 remaining. Tigers lead 45-37. Marshfield with a 16-0 run during the first half, and that's been the difference tonight. Here's Nathan McGrath back in for the Tigers, replacing Nick Stewart. One more free throw coming for Jacob Tortson. Had 13 the first time these teams played. Tortson set. Foul shot is up. It rolls around and falls in. Tortson with 11. Tiger lead is down to 7. 4:15 left. Hinson in backcourt facing a double team. Up the far sideline, across the line, gets bumped and fouled by Tortson. And that'll be 5 on Tortson. That is a major loss for Wausau West. Tortson fouls out with 4:11 remaining and leaves with 11 points. He's in double figures for the 12th time this year and 5th consecutive ball game. And Coach Lemons and Gary Coy discussing the appropriateness of that last foul call. Don't forget, we have more Marquette basketball coming up tomorrow night here on WDLB. Marquette and Xavier in Big East basketball from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. That broadcast begins at 6:30 tomorrow evening, right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Cunningham back in for West, replacing Tortson, but that's a major loss for Wausau West. Tortson averaging 13.5 per game and had scored in double figures in his previous 2 ball games, held to 11 tonight. Alec Hinson on the foul line, shooting a 1-and-1. Alec's first attempt is up and no good, and Borda rebounds. 4:10 to play. Marshfield by 7. Wausau West back to front court. West still has a chance here. Baseline Borda pulls up, 15-foot shot, good. A long 2 for Tommy Borda. And West back to within 5 with 3:55 remaining. Miller double teamed in backcourt. Gets bumped and fouled by Rader. 4 fouls on Zach Rader. So Reed Miller walks the end of the floor, and he'll shoot free throws for Marshfield. That is the 10th team foul, so Marshfield now in the double bonus. Reed, 5 of 6 on the foul line tonight, has 11 points. Shooting 2, line left, his first try is short. Well, Tigers now have missed 3 in a row on the foul line. Rather uncharacteristic. 3:50 remaining, Tigers lead by 5. Miller's second foul shot is no good, and Borda rebounds. Tigers having a tough time on the foul line, which is unusual for this Marshfield ball club. Now West in the attack zone. Cunningham on the near wing, bounces to Borda in the corner, starts to attack the dotted line, leans in, can't shoot over Anderson. Was back out top and throws it past Mikulski in the backcourt. That's over and back against Wausau West. That is their first turnover of the second half, 8th for the ball game. Tigers shoot 77% on the foul line this year. 4 of 12 so far in the second half tonight. Tigers by 5, 3:25 remaining. Marshfield ball, Hinson along the far sideline. Near side McGrath facing a double team. Needs some help and gets a timeout. McGrath double teamed along the near sideline. Coach Scheuer will protect Nathan with a quick timeout here with 3:15 remaining in regulation time. And our score now, Marshfield 45 and Wausau West 40. By the way, some boys basketball tomorrow night in Auburndale. The Stratford Tigers and Auburndale Apaches make up a Marywood Conference ball game at Auburndale tomorrow evening. Game time 7:15. Stratford and Auburndale in boys basketball tomorrow evening. Final score in from Loyal. The Loyal Greyhounds hand the Columbus Dons their first loss of the year. Loyal wins that ball game 66-60. Once again, the Dons playing that contest without Hunter Schultz, who's sidelined for a couple of weeks with a stress fracture in his foot. A big loss there for the Columbus Dons. Tigers by 5 with 3:15 to play. Marshall moves back into front court, but it could be worse for the Dons. 2 weeks, hate to see that, but it could be a lot longer. So hopefully Hunter will be back in that 2-week span. Hinson on the near side, gets Miller in the corner, dribbles back outside with it. Back to Hinson on the near sideline. Tigers by 5, 2:55 to play. Hinson double team, gets bumped in the corner, and the ball comes loose, taken away by Mikulski. Tigers turn the ball over. West has it back. They're within 5 with 2:45 to play. Mikulski near side to Borda. To the foul line, hands back to Cunningham. Out top again to Adrian on the drive inside. Jump stop blocked by Michaels. A big block for Grant. Ball comes outside to Hinson. Long front court feed, Miller behind the defense. Reverse layup missed, tipped up and in by Anderson. Behind the play, a Marshfield man is hurt. That's Postulek, who was bent over. May have gotten poked in the eye, but he says he's okay. Anderson on the follow for 2 on that play down on the other end. And timeout now called. I'm not sure if a team called timeout or the officials did to protect Ethan. 2:25 remaining now, and Marshfield on top 47-40, and play will resume. And Ethan stays on the ball on the court. Wausau West up the floor, trailing by 7. Rader has the basketball. Takes it into forecourt for Wausau West. Picked up by Postulek. Drives the near side, hands back to Cunningham. Out top, Borda, 3-point try away, and it rims out of there. And Reed Miller high for the rebound for Marshfield, his 5th. 2:10 left, Reed in backcourt, double team, splits it, comes across the timeline. Baseline to Anderson, knocked out of bounds though by Adrian. And then Coach Lemon's calling for his ball players to start fouling here. 2:05 left, Tigers by 7. Marshfield inbounding, baseline front court. Postulek will throw it in. Looking, lobs way outside to Miller, into backcourt. Reed will track it down. Spins across the line on Borda. Double teamed outside, and a push here, I believe, on Mikulski. It'll be his 3rd. And Reed Miller back on the foul line for 2 more. Reed 5 of 7, 5 of 8 on the foul line. He's missed his last 3. But gets 2 big ones here. First shot by Miller, good. 2 minutes to play. Tigers lead 48-40. Tigers outscored 23-15 here in the second half. Miller's second foul shot, good. Reed has 13 tonight. Tigers back up by 9. 2 minutes to play. West ball, and West wants a timeout. Wausau West takes a timeout. Their 4th. 1:57 left in regulation time, and our score now is Marshfield 49, Wausau West 40. Marshfield Tiger basketball tonight on WDLB. A service of Felker Brothers Corporation of Marshfield, manufacturers of stainless steel products, and they support all youth sports and activities. Participation in high school sports builds character and teamwork, and Felker Brothers of Marshfield supports the youth of Central Wisconsin. Rather rowdy crowd here at the Bozeman Company Fieldhouse tonight. 1:57 remaining in regulation time. Marshfield leads by 9. Tigers led by 18 early in the second half. Wausau West came back to within 5. And now the Tiger lead back to 9. West ball in front court to our right. Mikulski out front on Hinson. Comes to the near side. Cross-court feed. Here's a three-pointer by Rader, up and no good. And Miller lost the rebound. He had position in front of Borda, but couldn't hold the ball off his hands across the baseline out of bounds. West inbounding, baseline front court, 1:44 left. Here's a lob up for Borda down low, and he banks it in. Borda scores on the lob pass. Tiger lead at 7, 1:39 remaining. Hinson in backcourt, facing a double team, taking his time, still behind the line. Picks up his dribble, lobs across to Michaels, inside to Miller, and Reed comes back out with it. Michaels back out top, Hinson. 1:24 left, Tigers by 7. Reed Miller near the center line. Harassed out there by Cunningham, facing a double team. Postolic along the far sideline. Clock down to 1:10 remaining. Miller back out front, Tigers by 7. Postolic holds along the far sideline. Right back to Reed on the near wing. Miller back out front, now a reach-in foul on Cunningham. Third on Cunningham, and Reed Miller back on the foul line for 2 more. Reed has already had 10 free throw tries in this ball game. He gets 2 more, line left. First shot is up and in. 1:02 remaining. Marshfield leads 50-42. Miller with a second free throw. Away and good. Reed Miller matches his career high with 15 points. Tigers back up by 9, 60 seconds to play. West ball, Mikulski near wing, out top Borda. Hands back to Rader going down the lane, and he gets bumped going to the basket. Put the ball in the basket with a foul on the floor before the shot. That might be on Anderson, and it will be on Seth. 4 fouls on Seth Anderson, 10th team foul. Raiders shooting free throws for West, his first try good. 53 seconds left, Tigers lead 51-43. Raiders second free throw, good. Marshfield by 7, final minute. Hinson in backcourt, starts out on Cunningham. West still applying pressure in backcourt. Hinson still behind the line. Lobs across to Postolic. 45 seconds left. Ethan on the near sideline. Cross court to Michaels. Baseline to Anderson. Back outside to Miller. Reed attacks. Pulls it back out on Cunningham. Tries again, but a foul called here as Reed went to the basket. And Reed Miller heading back to the foul line for 2 more. With 33 seconds left. Reed set, first free throw good. Career high 16 points for Reed Miller tonight. Now Nick Stewart back in for Seth Anderson. 33 seconds to play. Tigers lead 52-44. Second for Reed Miller is away and no good. Borda rebounds for West. And Rader rushing to front court. In the final 30 seconds, Rader drives the baseline, missed the shot, got knocked down And we'll have some West free throws here. And that call is on Nick Stewart. That's 5 on Nick. So Nick Stewart fouls out with 27 seconds left. Leaves with 2 points and 3 rebounds, and Seth Anderson right back in. Marshfield Tiger basketball tonight on WDLB, a service of Totally Electric Service of Marshfield, Comfort Systems of Marshfield, and the Marshfield Tiger Booster Club. Zach Rader with 2 more free throws for Wausau West. First try is up and it rolls in. 27 seconds remaining. Marshfield leads 52-45. Zach Rader with a second free throw. This one is away and around and in. So Rader with 10 in double figures for just the second time this year. Marshfield by 6. 27 seconds left. Hinson in backcourt and fouled by Cunningham. 4 on Trevor Cunningham. And Alec Hinson on the foul line, where normally he shoots 87%. 3 of 5 tonight. Tigers with a 16-0 run in the first half, and they've led ever since. Hinson shooting 2. Alex first try, good. 25 seconds remaining. Tigers lead 53-46. Hinson with 1 more foul shot. It is away and good. Alec has 9 tonight. Tigers backed up by 8. West to forecourt. Mikulski at the foul line, spins, off-balance shot over Hinson, banked in. Mikulski scores, and I think Coach Lemons wants a timeout. Wausau West will take its final timeout. 18 seconds remaining in regulation time. And our score now is Marshfield 54 and Wausau West 48. Now the Marshfield Tiger boys basketball team will close out its regular season schedule on Monday night with a non-conference game against Mosinee at Mosinee. Game time is 7:15. Our broadcast begins Monday evening at 7 p.m. right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB WOSQ.com. Marshfield and Mosinee in basketball action on Monday evening from Mosinee High School. Been a long time since way up there a couple of years ago for Tiger ball game, I believe on a Saturday afternoon, but for many years, of course, Mosinee was in the Eastern Clover Belt. Did a lot of games over there, but very few recently. But good to be back there in Mosinee on Monday night. 18 seconds remaining. Tigers by 6. Marshfield has the ball in backcourt. Michaels will throw it in. Grant runs the baseline. Looks, bounces into Miller, and Reed fouled quickly by either Mikulski or Borda. If that's on Borda, I think that would be his 5th. Now maybe not his 4th. Well, it is his 5th. I was right the first time. Be tough for West now without Borda, as he fouls out with 16 seconds remaining. And leaves with 15 points and double figures for the 12th time this year. Owen Paoli, a 6'2 senior, comes in to replace Borda. First free throw by Reed Miller is good. Reed has 17 tonight. 16 seconds left. Tigers by 7. Miller's second foul shot, also good. Tigers lead by 8 with 15 seconds to play. West ball. Adrian down the lane, kicks out near side. A three-pointer by Cunningham, no good. Seth Anderson grabs the rebound for Marshfield. Front court to Miller. Reed on the breakout. He'll drive and stuff it. 20 points for Reed Miller as the horn blows, ending tonight's ball game. The Marshfield Tigers hold on after building a big lead tonight. Building an 18-point lead early in the second half. Wausau West comes back to within 5, and the Tigers hold on to win tonight by 10. By the way, the Merriwood and Cloverbelt Conference girls basketball first and second place crossover games are scheduled for tomorrow. The Merriwood games at Abbotsford, they start at 1 o'clock. In the second place contest, Wausau Newman meets Rib Lake. The first place game is Marathon and Prentice. And then the Cloverbelt girls first and second place games at Osseo Fairchild tomorrow night. At 6 o'clock, Loyal plays McDonald at 7:30. Neelsville meets Regis. Those ball games all taking place tomorrow at Abbotsford and at Osseo Fairchild. Our final score this evening, the Marshfield Tigers 58 and Wausau West 48. We'll come back with a recap on this ball game following these messages.
Here's another Tooth Truth from Dental Clinic of Marshfield.
A bright new smile is a great confidence builder. Repaired, replaced, straightened, and cleaned teeth can improve overall health. Dental Clinic of Marshfield dentists provide a wide variety of cosmetic options, including orthodontics, porcelain veneers, implants, crowns, bridges, whitening, and more.
Dental Clinic of Marshfield. Dental care for life. Schedule an appointment today at any of their 3 offices in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neelsville. Learn more at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com.
Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix division is on the ground floor of construction projects like buildings, basements, driveways, floors, sidewalks, patios for businesses and homes. Now that winter is here, Sternweiss & Sons is ready to do your ready mix project with heating agents for cold temperatures. They can help you with colored concrete as well. And remember, although concrete is durable, avoid using de-icers that disintegrate surfaces. Contact Sternweiss & Sons for advice on pouring and proper care of your concrete. Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix division of
Your
Marshfield.
wedding anniversary, it's a special celebration, and a special celebration calls for nothing but the best. Premium Hefco roses. Hi, this is Liz from Hefco Floral Company, reminding you not to forget that special day and to make it memorable with beautiful long-stem fresh roses. Call 387-1129 today and order our premium Hefco roses. Hefco Floral Company, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturdays 8 till noon. Hefco's, your florist. We help you celebrate your life.
Marshfield Tigers with a solid win tonight. Tigers up by 18. Early in the second half, Wausau West came back to within 5, but could get no closer. Marshfield holds on to win by 10, 58-48. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast this evening. I'm Gene Delisio at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse, where the Marshfield Tigers win again tonight. They improved to 13-8 overall, 8-4 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Let's remind you, you can stop by our website, WDLB-WOSQ.com or MarshfieldAreaSports.com, and nominate and vote for your favorite high school athletes for our Student Athlete of the Month award. Get all the details at MarshfieldAreaSports.com or at WDLB-WOSQ.com. High School Athlete of the Month, a service of Burt Trophy and Awards of Marshfield, Cost Cutters of Marshfield, and Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. Again, our final score this evening, Marshfield 58 and Wausau West 48. We'll recap the scoring and stats and chat with Tiger basketball coach Scott Scheuer as our postgame report continues in just a moment.
You know a good teammate when you see one. Hardworking, reliable, and most of all, someone who knows that success is best achieved when people work together. At Ministry St. Joseph's Hospital, we work with all of our patients as a team to make the best decisions for their health. That's why we're proud to sponsor Marshfield High School Tigers Sports, because the world needs more great teams. Get to know us better at ministryhealth.org. Ministry Healthcare. Knowing you better means treating you better.
The Hearing House. Make your house a hearing house.
Hi, I'm Karen. My husband, Todd Beyer, started helping people hear better back in 1999. By 2010, we were ready to open the Hearing House. Our goal? To be the best hearing provider possible, because we know that better hearing leads to more confidence, less stress, and better connections. After all, your hearing is really the connection to your life. We have the latest technology, but we also have the expertise on how to use that technology. Plus, all purchases include our 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Call the Hearing House today and set up your free consultation. 384-4700. We are right in front of Pick and Save in Marshfield, and we also have offices in Wausau, Colby, and Neelsville. 384-4700.
The Hearing House. Make your house a hearing house.
Marshfield Tigers win again this evening. They knock off Wausau West 58-48. Tigers earned their 6th consecutive win with this victory over Wausau West tonight. Our post-game stats this evening, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. Wausau West this evening led by Tommy Borda in double figures for the 12th time this year. Borda with 14 points, 7 baskets, 0 of 2 on the foul line, and he fouled out with 16 seconds remaining. We're going to hold the stats here momentarily because Coach Scheuer is on his way up, so we'll let him come over and talk about the ball game. First of all, again, the JV contest this evening won by Marshfield, 74-45. Isaac Meverden scored 15, Cody Kurth 12, Mason Coffrin and Sam Hinson each with 11 in that ball game for the Tigers. Let's now turn to Coach Scheuer, get some comments from him on this Marshfield win. Congratulations, Coach, on the job done by your team tonight. Man, a great first half, especially that second half of the second half. You pulled away very nicely. And tell us about that part of the ball game. What led to your good success, say, that last 9 or 10 minutes of the first half tonight?
Well, I think it started out with our defense. You know, we were able to defend, and they got 2 really good players. It seems like they've been around here forever. I think Tortson was a 4-year starter, and Borda was a 3-year starter. So, you know, obviously that was our focus. And I thought, you know, we defended. We didn't shoot the ball real well, and still we were able to get I think a 16 or 17-point lead. And just by spacing the floor and sharing the ball and, you know, got a few buckets in transition. And like I said, we were able to defend.
And as you point out, you did not shoot all that well maybe tonight, but as you said, the spacing really helped. You got a lot of transition baskets, went to the basket hard tonight, got some baskets that way, and so that was good to see that when the outside shot was not falling, you still found some good ways to score tonight.
Well, yeah, I think we attacked the basket, got them into foul trouble. I was not happy with the way we shot free throws. You know, we gave up some transition baskets in our press. But, you know, it's senior night and distractions, and I could just get a sense that our focus might not be what it is sometimes on the road, and I don't know. You know, you always want to play a home game, but, you know, sometimes going on the road and getting rid of those outside distractions. But big win on senior night, and I'm really happy for my 5 seniors.
What are some things you did defensively, Coach, that did limit Borda and Tortson especially tonight?
Well, the first thing is we tried to get really good ball pressure. You know, when you're getting looks into the post and you don't defend the ball initially, it's much easier to make those post entries. So that was the first thing that we really focused on was ball pressure, and then trying to stay on the high side. And then sometimes when you're entering into the post, if you see a backside, you know, helper, sometimes, you know, you shy away and maybe you turn the ball to the other side. And I think, you know, we showed that. We were on the high side. We had good ball pressure, and I think a combination of those things really helped us limit their looks inside.
And not too many second shots for West this evening. I thought your rebounding looked pretty good this evening.
Yeah, again, that's been a point of emphasis. You know, sometimes when your shot's not falling, you know, there's no excuse for not being able to rebound. And, you know, your defense. So those things tonight were all contributing factors in us getting a win here.
Well, you had that 16-0 run during the first half. You're up by 18 early in the second half, and then West, as you could probably imagine, begins to make a run back. You can't expect these guys to just lay down against you. Tell us about that run by West, what you had to do to hold them off tonight.
Well, like I said, I was not happy with our defense later in the second half. But again, Tortson and Borda are guys that have years of varsity experience, and there's a sense of urgency. So they knew that it was go time now, or, you know, this one may get away from them.
And they put on that press as well in the second half, handled that pretty well, it looked like, from here.
Yeah, I was happy with the way we handled it. We only turned it over one time, and that was making a play on the basket. I was more disappointed in the way we shot free throws. You know, we're a 80% or better, and I bet we didn't shoot 60 tonight. So, I mean, obviously, those are things that, you know, we're going to have to clean up. And, again, it's just a nice win for the seniors on senior night.
Well, a nice win to close out the home schedule and at least the regular season schedule and the Wisconsin Valley Conference schedule. Congratulations on this one, Coach. 6 in a row for your ball club, and another one coming up on Monday night. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Gene. Appreciate it.
Marshfield Tiger basketball coach Scott Scheuer with us. Marshfield holding off Wausau West, winning this ball game this evening by a final score of 58-48. Now let's finish with the scoring in this ball game. On the Wausau West side, we mentioned Borda with 14 points. Jacob Tortson, 11 points. Tortson had scored a 21.3 per game in West's previous 3 games, but held by the Tigers to 11 points tonight. Tortson had 3 baskets, and he was 5 of 6 on the foul line. Tortzen fouled out with 4:11 to play. Zach Rader in double figures for the second time this year. Rader had 10 points. He had 3 baskets, 4 of 5 on the free throw line. Nick Adrian, 5 points, 2 baskets, 1 was a 3. Jacob Wokoch, 2 baskets for 4. Wokoch fouled out with 6:38 to play. Mitchell Mikulski, 2 baskets for 4. Trevor Cunningham did not score. He missed 2 free throws. Michael Newmiller and Owen Paoli played but did not score. Marshfield Tigers this evening led by Reed Miller with a career-high 20 points. Reed only had 3 baskets. 2 of those were threes, and he was 12 of 16 on the foul line in this ball game tonight. Only other Marshfield man in double figures, Seth Anderson, finished with 11 points this evening. And Seth tonight had 5 baskets. He was 1 of 3 on the foul line. Alec Hinson, 9 points, 2 baskets, 5 of 7 on the foul line. Ethan Postelik, 7 points, 2 baskets, 3 of 4 on free throws. Grant Michaels, 3 baskets for 6. Grant missed 2 foul shots. Brant Bowman, a 3-point basket for 3. Nick Stewart, a basket for 2. Nick fouled out with 27 seconds to play. Nathan McGrath and Adam Haug did not score. Adam did miss 1 foul shot. On the foul line this evening, the Tigers 21 of 33. Wausau West on the foul line tonight, 9 of 15. Marshfield had 9 turnovers. West had 8. Marshfield's biggest lead was 18. West's biggest lead was 2. We had 3 ties at 8, 12, and 14. And following that 14-all tie in the first half, Marshfield went on a 16-0 run, and the Tigers led for the rest of the ball game. Marshfield's biggest lead was 18. West's biggest lead was 2. And we had 6 lead changes all in the first half tonight. Marshfield's top rebounders, Anderson with 8. Well, Anderson with 7. Michaels and Miller with 5. Postelik 4. Stewart and Bowman with 3. Hinson 2. McGrath and Haug each with 1. Check some scoring totals here. Alec Hinson, 9 points tonight, now at 686 for his Tiger career. And so he surpasses Joel Wallenstrom and moves into 15th place on Marshfield's career basketball scoring list. He now trails Brad Fisher and Jeff Holubitz by 8 on the Tiger career scoring list. By the way, Ethan Postelik with 7 points tonight, now at 408, so he still trails Dick Southworth by 85 in his bid to get into the top 40 in Marshfield's all-time scoring list. Again, the JV contest tonight won by Marshfield, 74-45. Isaac Meverden, 15 points for Marshfield. Cody Kurth had 12. Mason Coffrin and Sam Hinson, each with 11. And also, one other score to pass along this evening. Columbus Dons boys basketball team lost tonight for the first time this year, falling at Loyal 66-60. And we got the news today that the Dons' outstanding senior guard, Hunter Schultz, will be sidelined with a stress fracture in his foot. There were early thoughts that Hunter may have a broken foot, which would perhaps keep him sidelined the remainder of the year. But now the prognosis apparently for Hunter is that he'll be out of action for 2 weeks. And so he'll miss next week and perhaps the opening week of postseason play. Should the Dons hold on without Hunter and manage to win their regional, then he might be able to be back for the sectional, and he'd be a big addition if he can come back for some point during postseason play. But Hunter Schultz right now out of action for a couple of weeks. That's a big loss for the Columbus Dons, who were ranked number 1 in the state in the Division 5 boys basketball rankings this week. Wausau West now 9-10 overall and 6-5 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Marshfield Tigers are 13-8 overall, 8-4 in conference play. And the Tigers close out their regular season schedule next Monday night with a non-conference game at Mosinee. Game time 7:15. Our broadcast begins at 7 p.m. next Monday evening, right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB WOSQ.com. Tomorrow on WDLB, we'll recap Central Wisconsin sports news on our On Sports program at 10 a.m. And then it's Marquette basketball, the Golden Eagles and Xavier, tomorrow at 6:30 on AM 1450 WDLB. On Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ tomorrow, our On Sports program at 10 a.m., and then some special programs centered around the NBA All-Star Game. It's Meet the All-Stars at 4:30 and All-Star Saturday night at 7 p.m., and the NBA All-Star Game Sunday evening at 6:30 on 92.3 FM, WOSQ. Also on Sunday, Wisconsin Badger men's basketball, the Badgers and Maryland from the Kohl Center in Madison. That broadcast Sunday at 11 a.m. on 92.3 FM, WOSQ. Monday night, more Clover Valley Conference boys basketball on WOSQ as Neillsville plays at Columbus. Our broadcast 7 p.m. Monday evening on 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and on WDLB, WOSQ.com. Again, thanks to our producer, Tom Uthmeyer, for his work this evening. And thanks to our sponsors of Marshfield Tiger basketball, including Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. Art's Body Shop in Marshfield and First Choice Credit Union. I'm Gene Delisio. That's it from the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Again, our final score tonight, the Marshfield Tigers 58, Wausau West 48.